Thank you. Okay, so here's what Jimmy showed me, and then we'll get started on that. I was in the back of the room as a guest in Salt Lake City, and he said, how many of you, Jim kind of alluded to this yesterday, feel like you know two people who want to feel better, have more energy, sleep better, be home with their kids, have more time freedom? How many of you know two people? Okay, half of you. How many of you know two people? This is exactly what I do and say at our opportunity presentations. So our launch parties, whatever you want to call them. I say exactly what I just said to you. And people are nervous. They don't even know what Isagenix is. And usually 3 people out of 20 raise their hand. And I say that same thing. Okay, only 3 of you. And they laugh just like you laughed. You want to make it fun. You want to make people feel at ease with you. And then I say to them, okay, let me show you this. Because you don't have to go recruit your whole church and everybody in your neighborhood to make money. I live in a town of 900 people. And there are like 6 on Isagenix. Because that's just how it is. So here's how it goes. So you know 2 people. You're going to teach them. Your job is not to sell anything. I do not sell anything for a living. I teach people how to share with other people how to have health and financial freedom. That's your job. Recruit teachers. They're amazing. Teach people. 2 people, and they're underpaid and underappreciated, and they work like dogs. That's my mom. She was a teacher for 24 years, and they are phenomenal at this. So get teachers. 2 people, they are going to share with 2, so you're going to have 4. Then you're going to have 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1,024, 2,048, 4,096, 8,192. 13 levels of everybody getting 2 people. You need to memorize that. You need to know this. It's just everything multiplied by 2. Real simple. Everybody getting 2 people. How many of you can get 2 people? Sometimes you hear executive and it's scary, right? Because it's like, oh my gosh, if you've never done network marketing before, you got to get 10 people, you got to teach them all to get 2, and got to do this and that. Jimmy Smith sat next to me when U+2 came out at an event, and he said, haven't I been saying this like the whole time? Just get 2 people, get 2 people. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. So 2 people, to get 2 people, to get 2 people. You have 8,192 people on your team, okay? Get a different color pen. I have on like 7-inch heels, so I can barely walk, but I look cute though. Can't get my hair out of my face, but thanks, Stevie. These are Stevie's shoes. She's like, you need cute shoes. I'm like, okay. 8,192 people who have 100, if they all order 120 business volume. Now, 120 business volume is less than the company average, okay? How many of you order more than 120 BV? We order like 1,000. Okay, I'm not kidding. And so that is, just so you can see the math, like I don't go in, I show them this, and then I just say, I make it really simple, but I'm going to show you the numbers so you have the numbers. Okay, 8,190 people at 120 BV. 983,040 BV, okay? Takes 900 to make a cycle, right? Okay. So that's 1,092 cycles at $54.30 a cycle. That's just an average. That is $59,310 a month. Anybody can live on that? Once you make it, you spend it. You need to make more. Then your husband's like, I need a different boat. Really? Okay. Times 12 months. 711,720. Will you max out your business center at 702 a year? Okay? So, how many of you can tell 2 people? To tell 2 people. To tell 2 people. Who all just order 120 BV. You're going to make $702,000 a year. Okay, now I sat in the back of the room and I was broke. And I saw that and I was like, okay, I get all that. And then Jimmy Smith said this. He's so smart. He was a butcher for 40 years. It's all about service. You can do this. I'm serious. If you have a servant's heart, you'll be successful. $702,000 a year. What if you fail 90% of the time? You'd still make $70,000 a year. How many of you would $70,000 a year change your family's life? You guys, when I saw this, I was like, you better get out of my way because here I come. Like, I am not kidding you. Like, if you don't do this, it is your choice. It is your problem. Like, make your list and just go do it. Like, I did not know what I was talking about. I went to one training for 2 days like this, and I would say I will take ignorance on fire over knowledge on ice any day of the week because you want fired up people. And I came home and I knew this, and I knew that the shake, I really didn't know much about it yet, but I knew that it was good, and I knew it worked for 96% of the people who put it in their bodies. And I went home, and I had a list, and I told my husband, I'm going to talk to 100 people in the next 30 days. And he was kind of like, you don't even know what you're doing. I'm like, I don't care. I'm excited, and people will follow someone who's excited. And it's true. And so that's what I did. I just started calling people. I just started saying, like, Kathy did an amazing job this morning, but I just started sharing with people, and I was excited. And I just said, I'm coming to meet with you. When can I come, Monday or Tuesday? 4 or 5. I didn't let them say, oh, next word, 2 weeks from now. No, to like tomorrow or the next day, 4 or 5. And I met with them. And in the first month, I met with 41. I did 41 individual appointments, belly to belly. I like to see people's eyes because I know what Scott's thinking if I see him. If he's over the phone, he could be playing ball with his son in the backyard. I don't know. I want him focused. And so I drove to them, and I would do them at 9, 11, 1. I mean, I would just do them over and over because I was going to make this work for my family. I was committed. I mean, you can be interested or you can be committed. There is a complete difference. And so that's what I did. 41 appointments, 27 said yes. I did not know half the stuff I was saying, but I was so excited. And I was like, I'm working with a team of people who are making over $100,000 a year, and they're teaching me to do the same thing, and they're going to teach you too. I mean, from the beginning, I talked about the money, and people would be like, what are you making? And I'm like, well, I've only been in for 2 weeks. And we didn't have any of the bonuses, so we only had cycles. And still, with only having cycles and doing that many appointments, after 6 weeks, we got to $1,000 a week on cycles only. That's a lot of work. And so that's 20 cycles a week. And we got there, but I did so many appointments. And what I can tell you is from that original 27 people, come over 22,000 of our team members now. You guys, so it is about sharing with your people and then teaching them to do the exact same thing. You have to duplicate. Because if you don't duplicate, you're going to be out doing this 7 days a week. And when you're new, you are going to be doing this. Well, I did this. Whenever people said I can meet, when Holly lost her job, she said, what do I do? I said, come to my house now. She drove 6.5 hours that day, stayed at my house for 3 days. Caden was the baby, and it was like, I think she was like, where can he go? And we worked for 3 days. But what I showed Holly is what I'm showing you. There is no secret. I said, do appointments. When people are like, my business is in the toilet, how many appointments have you done in the last week? How many people have you shared with? There is no secret. Lynn just works harder than I do. Like, that's what I said to Justin. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I want to keep doing what she's doing. Like, Lynn, you motivate me wherever you are, girl. You motivate me. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get these kids to sleep through the night so I can work all day long. So, you guys, I just want you to does this get you excited? Like, you should not sleep if you get that. And this is a simple business. It's not easy because people are gonna tell you, no, you just can't care. But it is simple. We eat the food and we tell people about it. And we eat the food and we tell people about it. And we tell them what their life can be instead of what it is.